Thank, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Gooch, it'll come as no surprise to you that I want to direct the question to you, and thank you for being here and for your continued advocacy on behalf of the 6 small airports that are part of the national airport system, which includes the one in my riding. Your advocacy was successful in the committee unanimously recommending in the last round of budget consultations that this situation be remedied. The fact that you're still here and still beating that drum indicates that that recommendation has not yet been adopted. So thank you. My question for you it relates in part to some information that we received from the Atlantic Canada Airports Association, Manette Pasher, and the excellent work that she does there. And I think I also heard from Mr. Khan that the Phase 2 of the infrastructure program anticipates a transportation and trade corridor program. Now, the airports in question, the 6 small airports that are part of the national airport system, the last and largest injection of federal funds they received was back in 2010 under the Gateways Fund. So my question to you is, what did we learn, or what should we have learned from the last infusion in 2002 under the Gateways Fund that can be and should be incorporated into any new program such as this transportation and trade corridor that's being anticipated this way around? What advice would you have?
Well, thank you for the question, Mr. Casey, and we certainly appreciate your support and the support of your colleagues, as I said at the outset. The projects fall into 2 sets of categories, and certainly the ones you're referring to in 2010 were more of the trade enabling infrastructure as opposed to the safety security projects that are funded out of the ACAP program, for example. My understanding is that those investments that were made in 2010 at airports throughout Atlantic Canada were quite successful in supporting those airports' economic activities. They included runway extension that have led to new cargo services, for example, in British Columbia, I understand. There's equipment being put in St. John's, not one of the St. John's, Newfoundland, not one of the 6, but part of that funding. That's allowing the airport to offer greater reliability in tough weather. So greater reliability means you can be more certain that you're going to be able to get to Newfoundland on time, and so businesses and conferences will be more likely to host there. So those investments have yielded great outcomes. On the safety and security side, you don't always see what results from that, but airports are highly capital intensive. You don't just build a runway and a building once, you have to maintain them. And safety and security is always our #1 priority, and so even though you can't always see what those investments result in, we have a very safe, secure air transport system in this country, and we need the funds to help us keep it that way.